A company that installs air conditioning and pulls electrical conduit is up more than 23 times in 5 years. So here's my call. Comfort Systems backlog is just over $14 billion, up 73% year over year, and I'd put about 65% odds it's still above $14 billion at the December quarter report in February 2027. Because what got repriced this summer was the multiple, not the order book. Look at the two numbers side by side. The stock fell almost 12% over 3 months, and in that same window the backlog rose 12.9% in a single quarter. That gap is the whole episode. And to be clear about what this company is, Comfort Systems doesn't make air conditioners. It installs the systems, and lately it installs them inside AI data centers. Start with what it isn't. It isn't Carrier, it isn't Trane, and it doesn't manufacture anything you can buy. Comfort Systems is a mechanical, electrical, and plumbing contractor. It bids the job, staffs the crews, and puts the pipe, duct and conduit into the building. For most of its life that was a fine, boring, low-margin trade tied to commercial construction. Then the customer changed. In the first half of 2026, technology, data centers, chip fabs, high-tech manufacturing, was 58% of revenue, and a year earlier that same line was 40%. So the trade didn't change. The customer did, and the customer is what decides the margin. The June quarter did $3.27 billion in revenue, the first time this company has ever crossed $3 billion in a quarter, and it was up 50% year over year. Net income came in at $441.6 million, up 91%, on earnings per share of $12.53. Operating margin was 17.1%, up 330 basis points. Read that last one twice. A contractor expanded operating margin by more than 3 points while growing revenue by half. Free cash flow was $999 million in the quarter, and I'll be honest with you about that number, most of it is working capital, because customers pay in advance on large data center jobs. It isn't a steady-state cash margin, and you shouldn't model it as one. Now the number the whole call rides on. Backlog at June 30th was $14.06 billion. A year earlier it was $8.12 billion, and 3 months earlier it was $12.45 billion, so that's up 73% in a year, and up 12.9% in a single quarter. Here's the part that actually matters, though. Same-store backlog, which strips out acquisitions entirely, grew 69%. This is almost all organic. Modular bookings alone were $510 million in the quarter, enough to cover the burn rate and still add roughly $500 million net. And CEO Brian Lane's line on the call was that demand remained strong, especially in technology, with the company entering the second half with backlog up both sequentially and year over year. So why did the stock go down? There were 3 moves. On July 7th it fell 6.1%. On July 24th it fell 2.87%, the day after a large earnings beat. And on July 28th it fell 6%, on a downgrade. But here's the correction the headlines missed. Over 3 months Comfort Systems fell 11.7%, EMCOR fell 11.9%, and Quanta fell 11.5%. 3 different companies, 3 different end markets, and nearly identical drawdowns. That was a sector derating. It wasn't a verdict on this company. If you're tracking who actually builds AI, subscribe. The 3-part industry series covers the whole field around this name. So where did 330 basis points come from? Part of it is modular. Comfort Systems builds HVAC and electrical skids off-site, in its own plants, and then ships them to the job. That does 2 things at once. It moves labor out of a tight local market and into a controlled factory, and it compresses the customer schedule, which, for a data center, is the only currency that matters. Capacity is expanding toward roughly 5 million square feet by late summer 2027. Now the honest part. First quarter gross margin was 26.3% against 22% a year earlier, and the company credited favorable project closeouts and change orders. Those are non-recurring by definition, so don't model them forward. Here's the field. I won't read the table to you, 2 comparisons are what matter. EMCOR is the size comparison, at $36 billion of market value on $18.6 billion of revenue, and it trades at 25.6 times trailing earnings against Comfort Systems at 42.7. IES Holdings is the momentum comparison. It rose 58% in the last week alone and it's up 101% this year, a smaller, faster, more volatile version of the same trade. So Comfort Systems is neither the cheapest name here nor the fastest. What it is the one with the most organic backlog growth. Which brings us to price. The The stock is up 2,249% over 5 years, that's 23.5 times your money, and up 149% over the last 12 months alone. At 42.7 times trailing earnings, roughly double the sector median, none of that is a secret anymore. Return on equity over the trailing 12 months is 43.6%, so this is a genuinely high-return business, not a multiple built on nothing. And look at the balance sheet, because it kills one of the easy objections. At June 30th the company held $1.85 billion in cash against $54 million of total debt to EBITDA of 0.03, with an untouched $1.1 billion credit facility sitting behind it. It's funding a 50% revenue ramp with essentially no leverage. In fiscal 2025 it still returned $284.8 million to shareholders, $68.8 million in dividends and $216 million in buybacks, and it's raised the dividend 14 years running. So you can't call this multiple a leverage artifact. But that cuts both ways. A clean balance sheet also removes any excuse for the multiple. But here's the honest framing. This is no longer a boring contractor at a boring price. It's a growth multiple attached to a business whose growth depends on one customer group's capital budget. My read is that the market derated a multiple and then told you it was derating a business, and those are two very different things. The backlog tells you which one actually happened. The load-bearing reason is simple enough. Backlog grew 12.9% in the same quarter the stock fell. Multiples compress on sentiment. Order books don't. If I'm watching one name in this trade, it's Comfort Systems, not because it's cheap, because it isn't. It's because same-store backlog growth of 69% is the strongest organic number in the group, and organic is the only kind you can't go out and acquire. The runner-up is EMCOR, for exactly the opposite reason. 25.6 times earnings and a more diversified end market, so less upside but less single customer risk. Now the case against me, at full strength. Start with the multiple, 42.7 times trailing earnings against EMCOR's 25.6. Growth is priced. Then there's concentration. Technology went from 40 to 58% of revenue in 12 months, and that sentence and one customer group can take it away are really the same sentence. There's also margin quality, because part of that gross margin expansion came from project closeouts and change orders, which are non-recurring by definition. Then there's the one nobody talks about, which is who eats an estimating error. Comfort Systems books revenue on percentage of completion, and its own 10-K says the company bears the risk of cost overruns on most contracts. So booking backlog at record speed is also booking estimating risk at record speed. And the one that actually caps this business is labor. Management says demand isn't the constraint, crews are. Backlog can keep growing while revenue stalls, and the market won't pay for backlog it doesn't believe can be burned. So, the call, now that you've seen what's behind it. About 65% odds that backlog is still above $14 billion at the December quarter report in February 2027. And there's a second-order call underneath it. I think the mix keeps climbing before it peaks. Technology was 40% of revenue, then 58%, and I'd expect it above 60% in the next reported half. Here's how I'd be wrong. A sequential backlog decline of more than 5% means the order book turned and I missed it. And technology dropping below half of revenue would mean the whole thesis was just a capex bubble. So what do you actually watch? 4 things, and all 4 have levels. Start with backlog itself over the next 2 prints. Above $14 billion and the call holds, down more than 5% sequentially and it doesn't. Then watch same-store backlog growth, which is running 69% today. Below 20% and the organic engine is slowing faster than the multiple implies. Technology's share of revenue is the third one, at 58% in the first half. Drop below 50% and the AI construction thesis is unwinding, that's the cleanest falsifier on this list. And the last one is full year 2027 same-store revenue guidance, which arrives with the December quarter. 2026 is guided mid to high 30%, so a 2027 number below 15% confirms the bears. What would change my mind is a hyperscaler capital spending guide down. Backlog is where that lands first. Upstream, this runs to the hyperscalers and the chip makers, because their construction budgets are literally this company's revenue line. Downstream, it runs to every megawatt that can't be energized until somebody actually installs the mechanical plant. The upside catalyst is modular capacity coming online through 2027. The downside catalyst is a single hyperscaler saying the word digestion. Comfort Systems stopped being a construction stock. It became a data center stock that happens to swing a wrench. I'm Big Z, follow me, see you in the next deep dive.